Okay, now let us get into this evidence coming from the New York Post, date the 16th of March 2023. And with this evidence, it's going to show you that the powers in high places are setting us up. And it's full-time people in the West come out of their feelings. It's full-time people in the West wake up to what is going on, right? Because they are setting the West up to be conquered, right? That is what's going to happen. Now, let's get into this evidence. A shocking video shows Russian kids going through military training in Crimea. A shocking new video out of Crimea shows Russian efforts to recruit and indoctrinate kids by forcing them through military training exercises, including martial arts lessons and rifle handling classes. That's what they're training their kids in Russia. Pay attention to the language used by the New York Post, right? They're saying that Russian efforts to recruit and indoctrinate kids, forcing them to do military training exercise, martial arts lessons, and rifle handling classes. No, that is what they are indoctrinating their kids in. What are we indoctrinating our kids in the West? I come with the proof, the evidence to show you that children is exposed to pornography in the West, especially in the UK, where I showed you the evidence. Children is being overly exposed in sex education class in Britain, right? Exposing them and teaching them how to engage in oral sex. I presented the evidence. But this article want to shame Russia for teaching their young people to be leaders, to be warriors, to be conquerors. That's what they're training their children to do. And at some point, we in the West will have to engage Russia in war. And Russia is making sure that their next generation is leaders, is warriors. What our next generation is going to be? What our next generation is going to be? Do you think our children that is overly exposed to sex, our children that is taught 72 genders, a boy is a girl and a girl is a boy, do you think that our children can conquer Russia's children that they're training to be warriors and leaders? Do you think we can do it? I don't think so. And we have a case where in America they're looking to take away America's high-powered weapon, while our enemies are teaching their children how to use them. You need to go check out the video. You need to go check out the articles and understand what is happening, right? This is the evidence to show you that these powers in high places, they are setting us up. Look at what we're teaching our children in these schools compared to what is going on in Russian schools. And they're not hiding it, right? And in less than 5 years, in my opinion, Britain, the EU, and America will have to seriously decide their position on the world stage as world power. You can't be world power over a set of people who teach their children to be leaders while our children is overly exposed to sex. While our children are busy learning about 72 genders. And you expect to be world power. You expect to beat Russia in a war. It's not going to happen. And it's full-time people get out their feelings. And it's full-time people start connecting the dots and realize they are setting you up. Right? Because they are going to enslave the West. The West is going into slavery. You think it's just for black people? No. A lot of you going to go into slavery. And it's not because people don't warn you. It's not because the information is not out there. Stop trying to impress people. Stop trying for people to like you and understand you need to teach your children to be warriors, to be leaders. Right? And all this overly exposure to sex in our schools need to stop. We need to seek the face of the Most High. Let us pray and say, glory be to the Most High.